Hey, what's happening, paisanos? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Mario Kart World. This is online number 3, as we play online with you guys. And it's going to be more knockout stuff, more online craziness, as well as I'm going to try online by myself later in Knockout to see how badly I get destroyed. Because I've heard horror stories that it's a war zone. So I'm sure it is. But hopefully you guys having a good one. Our first like goal is 100 likes, so let's get those likes up if we haven't already. Your streams for the night are as follows: Soul Calibur, Fast Fusion, and that's it after this. So that's the plan. So June 10th. June the 10th. Yeah, I'm gonna be driving as a Goomba. That's what's on the thumbnail, so that's what I'm gonna try to to do, is play as the little Goomba guy. So I will be putting out a code, and if you guys want to play, feel free to. If not, there will be bots to play with as well. So. You just came from my Lego Batman video from like 8 years ago? Hello. That was a while ago. Gigglesaurus? Hi. Wow, that's a long opening there. Okay, so we're going to put the code in, and if you guys want to play, you know the drill. I'll post the code in the description of the video. Mods, if you want to, not necessarily pin the code, but if you want to promote the code, you can do that as well. Yeah, of course, honey. Alright, so we're gonna go create a room. Do. Charge and Chuck? Weird. Tell me I have the Goomba to be able to play as. He's on the thumbnail. Ah, there he is. Good. We can play as the really boring Goomba. In a yes, little one?
Nothing. I'll just be in this video to give me my delightful personality.
You're polite. You are very delightful. Alright, so we're gonna go room information. How's VG Shine already in here? Wow.
Well, VG Shine is fast on the draw.
He's just happy that we can play online with people again. So I think he told us Dokapon is coming back now.
Yay.
Yeah, good. I don't like the other one. Code 564929. 564929. There you go. That's the code.
I'm gonna try to clean stuff and then maybe make salad. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to clean the whole house.
Okay, beautiful.
Okay, don't get mad at me if I have to use a chemical.
I'm not gonna get mad at you. I ate. I'm good.
What if I have to use stuff on those stairs?
Then you shut the door.
Alright. You want me to just use water on the bottom of that one stairs?
Yeah, you can. Hot water. New season 1. Oh, that's right. Wasn't there like a Star Wars thing today in Fortnite that already happened? Oh well. I was sleeping. I was exhausted.
I honestly don't know.
I can't remember.
I think you have to press OK.
Yeah, I was showing people the code.
Oh.
See? We got some people in here. We have Dozenar, we got VG Shine, Later Gator, Shinobi.
Oh, now you just push room info again to show them the code again.
Yep.
I guess.
One sec.
Sorry.
Waiting for people to come in. That's the code. That's the code. So, yep. I'm gonna need to get another mod here. I'm gonna go yell at Vic.
Before you do that,
What?
can I mute the microphone a little bit?
Oh. Okay, so Amber told me a fun story, but not gonna share with you guys. So this is the room information.
Ha 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 ha
Ha ha ha. Well, it wasn't a fun story. It was the opposite. Okay, so we have Charles Demers, VG Shine, Dozenar, Later Gator, DD, Shinobi again, Maki, Creeks, Creeks. I don't know who that is. Soulflare, Jackson, and OH. Okay, so this is a good group to go in for the first one. So we're going to do versus. Whoa. Why CPU? No. No. We're going to do versus first. I think, yeah. Let's do a longer thing. Let's do 4 races instead of, yeah. So we'll do 4 races. Hello, gang. How's it going? Remember, guys, the code is in the description. You're DD? Okay, Miss Vienna. Awesome. Why is there no playlist in the description? Also, guys, just a little announcement. There is a problem going on with Discord. Like, if you are a member, you need to make sure that at the end of the month, so your membership badge does not disappear, that you renew. We've lost thousands in revenue because we've had over 200 plus people on the Discord that are not members. So they've been using the service for free. It's a recurring payment like your cell phone bill or like a Netflix thing. It shows direct support to the channel. Even if you can't watch the channel and you are on our Discord, we please ask that you renew your membership. If you do not renew your membership and you're wondering why you were removed from the Discord at the end of this month, it's because we have proof that you are not a paying member on the channel. If there was really, 200 people on the Discord that were paying for it, then we'd have 400 members. And we do not. So this has been going on for years now. We've just discovered it. So this is just a kind reminder that if you are a member, either member or gifted, you need to renew. And, gifted members, it only counts for 1 month. So if you are a gifted member and you're a recurring gifted member, you have to pay, for your next month of the Discord. It's
to remain on the Discord.
To remain on the
you
Discord,
have to renew on your own, or you will be removed from the Discord because
it's creating a financial bind for
us. We are
us.
missing thousands of dollars a month from the lack of revenue from people not paying. The only exception to there's only one exception to a rule where you could be on the Discord and not be a member, and that's if you were an Ultimate member in the past.
Yeah, if you were an Ultimate member and you didn't do anything like bad to
and you
leave
haven't
the channel.
gotten removed, like if you were screaming at people or yelling at people for like months on either the YouTube channel or on the Discord
or whatever.
and being really mean to a whole bunch of people, even if you had been an Ultimate, then you will be removed because you can't mistreat people.
Yeah.
But as long as you've been a somewhat decent person and like not just, and even those people, the people who did that, we gave them several chances to come back. So I mean, as long as you would, if you were given a chance to come back and you didn't take it, then it's kind of
Yeah, so the Discord is a service that is a paid-for service. The only for free option, unlimited, is if you became an Ultimate. That just like our friend code is permanent, like if you became an Ultimate. But it's just a $5 charge a month, and you can hang out in the community. Even if you don't want to watch the channel and you want to use our Discord, doing that $5 membership shows your support, as well as, you're not taking advantage of people. Because if you're in there for free, even if you're the nicest person, you are creating a financial liability for us because YouTube is not paying what it should, and we should be making no less than like $900 to $1,000 a month on our Discord from our members, and we're making barely $100. Yeah, so like it's got to change because
we need that revenue to basically get the games we need to cover and everything. We haven't been able to do giveaways or any of our expenses.
Nope.
Literally, there's about 200 or more people for the past 6 months to 3 years that have not paid at all for up to 3 years of literally over 100 people.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we've actually told people several times in the past 6 to 8 months, please make sure you renew, and they were like, oh yeah, whatever, and then they never did. Well, we've given people so many, we've asked them so many times. So, you have to renew every month. Like, you can't, like, if your badge disappears for a week, you'll probably be removed from the Discord, and then when you come back, then you can come back. But it's supposed to be an honor system, so I mean, it puts a huge burden on us and the mods. Like, we're gonna have to painstakingly go through the Discord and write down literally hundreds of names, and our mods are gonna have to kick all of those people. And we didn't want to do this, but like literally they've been taking advantage of us, literally for like 6 months to 2 years.
Yeah,
and we could have used all that.
Well, Amber
to
wouldn't have
improve
had
the channel.
Amber wouldn't have had to get a second job.
I could have helped out the channel a lot more. We could have done more community streams. So many things that could have been done if people were just paying. And I've noticed that a lot of those people on our Discord, and I've said this so many times, are paying for memberships on other channels, and they're on our Discord for free. So that's really sucky, because the fact that I know those people have the $5 a month, yet they refuse to do it because they just want to take advantage of this channel. And they've been doing it literally for years. And literally they've been given several warnings asking them over and over and over again to please pay. Literally, we have given people so many reminders, and they continue to take advantage.
Oh,
of
Amber wants to take down the Discord community. Vic and I are the only things preventing Amber from. She wants to remove it.
If it was up to me, if something happened to Luke and Vic, the Discord would be gone yesterday, because it's nothing but a huge headache for me. So literally, it's only causing problems. I could spend my time elsewhere, literally doing other things, such as trying to sell pens or something else. It's a huge waste of time. It causes so much time and energy of, you know, people having all kinds of problems. The amount of people that have left the channel because of some personal problem they've had on Discord is astronomical. Like, the amount of people that have had issues. Literally, we've had people, I have had times where I had a stream in which somebody came into my stream and was saying they were having a problem on Discord. They were screaming at everyone on Discord, and that day, like 5 people were banned from the channel because they were all screaming at each other, and they could have all been still viewers and watching if it wasn't for the Discord. So literally, like, it has caused nothing but trouble. Literally, tons of our viewers would still be here if it wasn't for Discord drama. I think it is a horrible idea to have the Discord. If it were up to me, it would be gone now. But, because people seem to really want to be on it, I have begged people to pay for it, which is what they owe us, which is the $5 a month, and they're still not paying. They're still not paying for it. So, yeah, we're gonna have to literally go through and make a list of hundreds of people to just kick from there. There's only going to be like 70 people left, because that's the amount of paying people. There's 293 people in the Discord right now. Only 70 of them have ever paid in the last 3 years. That's really sucky, because literally that means 220 people have been taking advantage of our channel for 3 years and not paying, and that's all revenue that was supposed to be part of the channel. And that also means a lot of that drama and all these problems that our members have had to endure have actually helped the channel. They've had to endure people that have been just getting on there for free. So, you know, it would be gone yesterday if it was up to me.
But like I said, we're going to be very strict with it from now on, because we can't afford the like, for 3 years we would have, if we had, like, you know, the 200 people on Discord, you know, either paying on Patreon or paying on membership on YouTube, the channel would not be in this financial shape. It's their fault. Like, they were taking advantage of the system. They put us into financial jeopardy, because like a source of revenue that we thought was coming in has not been coming in for 3 years. So, you know, it's no more Mr. and Mrs. Nice K-Wing. Like, we're literally going to hit the kill switch at the end of the month, and if we don't see you as a member, you know, based on, because Vic has the highest status in the channel, so, like, on the Discord. So even though there are people that have, like, you know, high, whatever, chatting levels or something like that, if there is no evidence of you either being active on the Discord or being a paying member, like, your account will be purged from our server, because we can't deal with it anymore. Like, it's The Discord members' fault that are non-paying for putting us in financial trouble. Like, we had no idea for 3 years. I thought that we actually were receiving revenue like we were supposed to from Discord. We're not. So that's very bad. You know, I was because think about it. How much do I live stream? I live stream 10, 11 hours a day to try to keep things stable, and then I find out that a service that I created that's a paying service to help the channel has not been used for 3 years. So I've been killing myself and barely making it every year, and then I find out that there were hundreds of guilty parties that were just taking advantage of our generosity and, you know, thinking that we're not going to do anything to them. So, you know, yeah, it's at the end of this month. This is the last bastion of freedom, because you are responsible, the people on Discord, for putting Amber and I in financial jeopardy, because you did not do what we asked you to do very nicely over the past 3 years. So that's what's going to happen. You can't pay both, Soulflare? What are you paying for? Aren't you already a member on the channel? I see it say Soulflare. Like, if you're a member on the channel, you don't have to be a member on Discord. I mean, the membership is counted on YouTube. Like, you don't have to pay. There's no service fee on Discord. There's a fee to use Discord from being a member on this channel. So if you're a member on this channel, then you're on the Discord. We see the red icon. It says Soulflare. You don't have to pay an additional service. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying our memberships have been so low on the channel because there are hundreds of people on Discord that are not renewing.
They have never paid, or they paid 3 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're already a paying member. Please don't. Yeah, let me rephrase that so people understand. If you are a paying member on our YouTube channel, you have access to the Discord.
That's what the payment is, being a member.
What I'm saying is there are 270 plus people on the Discord, right? And it says on our YouTube channel that there is not even 215 members, like, for the $5 service. Most of our members are the $10 service, the ultimate service, you know, so there are very few $5 services. And if those people on Discord were paying for membership on YouTube, we would have more revenue coming in for our memberships. Like, we should be averaging 400 members a month.
Basically,
with 200 from our Discord.
Only I was going through the list of people that are not paying members anymore, because you can clearly see, like, Luke and I remember everyone's name that's reviewed the channel, and it's like, you know, their names are basically the same as, like, especially over here. And, you know, and basically, let me explain to you something. There's 293 people on the Discord. That's supposed to be all $5 membership or more.
No, it's $5, Amber. Don't make.
No, I'm saying some of those people are ultimates, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all $5 membership. But I'm saying we ever only get like 230 paying members every time. Usually.
Yeah, and the rest are from other.
And I know for a fact that almost 150 of our paying members that do 230 do not use the Discord at all.
Yep.
So that means, like, only about 10% of people who actually are members over here even use the Discord. So that means that I'm estimating, and especially me going through today, going through all of the 293 people on the Discord, boom, 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 I already found, like, literally over 150 people that aren't even members. And I didn't even get through, like, letter G of people's names. So literally, hardly anyone on there is actually a member. Like, there's so few. I'm estimating that there's only 70 people that are on the Discord that are members, but it could turn out it's only 20. And literally, what I'm telling you guys is that We have so many people over there that are chatting up a storm every day, taking away views from our channel. Our channel is struggling every day. They don't watch the videos, they're chatting with their friends, they're using a free service, and they're members on all kinds of other YouTube channels and using our Discord for free. I'm telling you, it's very possible if we actually, that's why I'm saying, you know, like, if you guys want to go chat up a storm and chat with all your friends over there, you can clearly do that. You obviously, you know, a lot of the people over there, I know for a fact, I see them with their members icons on other people's YouTube videos. Zach Scott Games, all these people, I see them with their Blitzwinger membership icons, etc. So they're members on everyone's channel but ours, and we have hundreds of people on our Discord that are not members. They're just using us because they grew up with us a long time ago, and they feel that the Kwings are just nice people that they can just get away with stuff, you know. And we can't be nice because literally you're running us into you're ruining our business. It's not nice because you watched us when you were younger to literally damage our channel. This is horrible for you to do this.
Yeah, so, and also the 200 people that are over there, or 290, they're not even coming to every live stream. They're not watching the videos. So they're just over there talking with people. So it's putting us in a financial bind. Like, our streams would do much better if the Discord people actually showed up. There's like 80 people here. Out of the 80 people here, maybe 25 are from our own Discord. Our official Discord won't even come and watch our streams. Like, you have to understand how much that not only hurts our feelings, but also it hurts our business. Like, this is a Mario Kart, brand new Mario Kart game. After an hour and 23 minutes, it only has 500 views. Like, this is insane.
Yeah, and they're over there right now. You know, when there was no, I saw this morning, even late in the evening and in the morning, and there's no one watching the shorts. They're on Discord chatting. They're on Discord chatting and stuff. And literally, our channel is not on there free.
Yeah. Yeah, no one basically shows up. Yeah, there's 290 people over there. And, you know. And like I said, if you just want to pay to use the Discord and you like the community over there, that's fine. You know? Because at least we're earning revenue from you. But we can't have people over there that aren't paying us to use that service, because it would be like, you're just like stealing Netflix or stealing Hulu every month, you know? And we're not a huge corporation like Hulu or Netflix, so we can't take the bounce. Like, we thought for a while that our memberships were covering a big part of our channel, but we really don't have that many members that are recurring. It's all gifted memberships, which is great and everything, but, you know, it would be a lot better for our brand if we had, like, actually 290 or 300 plus paying members that are $5 a month. $500 a month. $5 a month.
We actually cover the games you guys would want to see if people were actually paying for the Discord like they're supposed to be. But we'd have enough money to go to conventions to meet with you guys. And also, in addition to that, you know, we'd have enough money to actually advertise our channel so we could get over 1 million a month again, so that we can actually succeed.
Million views a month.
A million views a month, not $1 million.
We've never earned $1 million.
1 million views a month. But we're supposed to be over 1 million views a month to be able to get. We're not getting any of those. And yeah, one of the reasons why we had our last Discord taken down, we asked people, it was a free Discord, we asked them to like and share the videos. And they threw a freaking hissy fit and decided to hack our Discord and decided to sabotage it, because heaven forbid that they help share a video. Oh my gosh. So then we decided, okay, we're gonna have a paid Discord. But you know what? It would be nice if people, even on the paid Discord, could actually share a video once in a while. It is kind of mean that they literally don't share anything. You know, I mean, why would you be part of a channel in the first place and say, oh, I'm supporting a channel, but I refuse to share one video? It just seems kind of strange. It's like saying, oh, I want my grandma to come visit, but I'm just going to put her in the closet the whole time because I don't want anyone to see her. Mean. So I'm just saying,
get grandma out of the closet.
I'm just saying, like, you know, like, why are you putting us in the closet? You said you wanted to help the channel. Why are you putting us in the closet? We need some water and some air. We're suffocating in this closet here. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, what the worst part of it is people not paying. And, like, this happened 6 months ago, and people said I was overreacting then. And it's hilarious because now I've come to find out there's probably only between 20 and 50 people on there that are literally paying. Everyone else is literally,
well, the thing,
you know, thug life, robbing us.
Well, the thing is, if they were actually doing it years ago, we would have been able to afford groceries. We'd be able to, you know, actually, like, advertise our channel through, like, Facebook and other companies. We would be able to do YouTube's promotional things because we'd have money to do that. You know, we barely make it month to month, and lo and behold, we find out it's Discord's fault. It's just, you know, it's very upsetting. It really is. Most of our shorts get 1,000 views. Shorts don't pay us anything. I have a short that has 75,000 views. I made $1 on it. Shorts don't pay anything. Shorts are used to keep channel views stable. Like, shorts, if shorts don't get 1 million views, they don't make anything. We just use the YouTube shorts as a, think of it like taking a shot of adrenaline to the channel.
I know. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about, like Zach, like, you know, Vic has you over there working on the Discord to share stuff. So, you know, it's like, you know, you're already taken care of. Vic has you under his wing, so you don't need to, you know, explain yourself. It's just like, I wish I could have an explanation from people that have been freeloading for 3 years and had plenty of money to support tons of other creators, but not us. And I said this 6 months ago, and people said I was overreacting, and here comes the, you know, now I'm actually going through the nitty-gritty, like, oh, I'm actually finding out how many people have not been paying for years, and then you find it out, and it's like, wow. And so, you know, that's it, you know.
Yep. So, if you have been an Ultimate on the channel, then you have a Forever Pass on that Discord. You have a Forever Pass on our friend code. If you are a $5 member or a gifted member, please renew at the end of your, you know, membership term, so you can continue to use that service, because it is a paid-for service. It is not a service that you can invite your friends to and, you know, take it over. We expect people to... The only thing we're asking is if you're using our service is to pay for the use of it. It's no different than using your cell phone, paying for Nintendo's, like, internet service. I don't know what else people have to pay for these days. There was lots of things we had to pay for. But, you know, it's just a $5 service. You can easily come up with that, you know, from doing odd jobs around the house, mowing somebody's lawn, whatever. Because it's important that you guys have a community where you can talk. And even if you can't spend time watching like 2 or 4 hour live streams, you can still support the channel through other means, because we need the support. If this continues the way it is, the channel is going to implode by the end of the year, because the Switch 2 did not do anywhere near what we needed to. 2 days is not enough to sustain the channel for the rest of the year. So the Discord people really got to step it up, because it's their fault. 100%. And I like the people on Discord. I remember a lot of them are older viewers, but they haven't been on the channel in years. And I'm not asking them to come back to the channel. I'm just asking them to pay for the service they're using. That's it. So... Alright, we don't have enough people for knockout, so let's do another versus race. Because while we're getting some more people in for knockout, remember guys, you can share. This is a free code, 564929, if you would like to play. We are doing that, so. Why do people abuse the Discord? Because they don't, because some YouTube channels, their policy is once you become a member, you don't have to renew. So it's like they become a member one time to gain access to the Discord. And then they think that they're in there forever. But we've always said the ultimate tier, the $100 membership, the one where you get a live stream that's tailored to your likes and interests and games you enjoy, that person has a forever pass for the Discord, for DMing us on Twitter, for the friend code on Nintendo Switch, Switch 2, 3DS, that kind of stuff. Because that's our way of saying thank you. If we had the ability to do discounts on merchandise for Ultimates, we would, you know? But we don't have the financial ability because our Discord has been sucking us dry for 3 years. And we have proof of it. We can post the receipts that there aren't enough members on the channel to be on the Discord. You know? So, I mean, if we had those, like, 290 plus people, because probably out of the 210 recurring members, there's still 90 or 100 people that are not. And it's causing problems. Problems that we can't withstand. You have to think of it like it's like a vacuum situation. Like, we're literally being sucked dry, and like eventually we're just, you know, we're gonna collapse. Because as the channel shadow banned, it doesn't get new people in. Like, there's no reason that most of the Switch 2 content that we did should be no less than 10,000 views. It's all 2,000 views. That's it. So it's gonna take us 6 months to pay back the system. It's just, you know, the lack of fan support is a huge problem from the Discord. It's very upsetting. And it feels wrong, and it makes me angry because, like, you know, I don't like it when people take advantage of my generosity, my time, my kindness. It makes me really angry. And then I go on New York on people. So when people say I go boom and I'm toxic, it's a response to the mistreatment. Yep. It's okay. Because, I mean, this stream's going to have to be 4 hours. Like, this is going to be a very long stream. We only have 500 views at under 200, or 2 hours. So, just judging by that, it's going to take a super long time for Mario Kart to even get 1,000 views. So we're going to be streaming this for a while. Alright, let's do Knockout. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have about 14 people. We'll flash the code again later, but let's do a Knockout. It's the first Knockout tour. And, Zach, you cannot give the code to the Discord to non-paying members. Like, there are people in there that are not paid. You can't... Nobody can give out our Discord code to people who are not paying members. And everybody in this chat is in agreement. They're like, yeah, that's crazy that you have people on there that aren't paying. Yeah, and exactly. And I'm even telling them, if they want to stay on the Discord, I know they're not watching the videos. They haven't watched the videos for years. But if, you know, we need them to support the channel through other means, especially if they're using a service that you have to pay for. I don't think I'm being unreasonable at all. Oh, wait, Nightwing is my name? I thought it was Kwing Reviews. Ah, who cares? So just letting you guys know, I am going to take a break on this stream. So we're going to race for a while. We're going to try to get to around 700 views on the channel. for the this video. Once we hit around 700 views after 2 hours and 20 minutes, there'll be a 40-minute break. I'm going to have dinner. I'm going to have a salad tonight and some, what was it called? Beef stroganoff. And I'm going to finish off the bread. And then I'm going to do another load of dishes. And when I come back, it'll be time to do the next leg of our thing. Because if you guys are new to the channel or returning, the channel's in such bad shape that streams have to take breaks in order to push for 1,000 views. And what's insane is this is day 3 of Nintendo Switch 2, and it's still the same outcome. That's what's depressing. You know, you want to know the crazy thing, too? A lot of people on our Discord, they bought the Switch 2, and you're telling me they don't have $5 to be a member? I'm just saying, you know. But as long as these streams keep getting 1,000 views, we will be doing community races and stuff like that. But there'll be races like through the channel itself. That shell's gonna hit me, isn't it? Man, VG Shine is so good. But yeah, thanks for understanding, guys. We really appreciate you. It makes it easier to, you know. Because, I mean, I'm just preaching to the choir. The guilty parties are over on Discord. You guys already understand everything, and the whole reason why we tried to create a pay-for service is because most people, when you do a pay-for service, they tend to act polite and nice because they're paying for it. If it's a free service, that's where all the toxicity comes from, is because you have people in there that are going to make it very uncomfortable for people that are paying for it, as well as it makes the people who are paying for it feel bad. They're like, well, why do I need to pay for this if this person's in here for free? Because it was always a paid Discord. Always. And Miss Deanna brought up a perfect example. She was like, I would love to go on the Discord, but I've heard horror stories about your Discord. And it's like, it's all true. The people on there are very not passionate about gaming. I don't even know what happened on my Discord. My Discord may even have people who have hacked us in the past. You know? The previous Discord did. The previous Discord consisted of like 100 people that became activists, became enemies of the channel. And they grew up with us and they were on our first Discord. You know, they became enemies. And they did some very volatile things. So when we created the second Discord, Discord 2, as a paid-for service, we thought we could kind of curb the toxicity and other things, but then we find out, you know, 3 years later, that barely any people are actually paying for the service. It's very... It makes me angry, it makes me heartbroken, it makes me frustrated, because, you know, my wife is out doing crazy jobs at night to try to make ends meet, and we easily could survive if people were actually doing what they were supposed to, which is the bare minimum. We're not even asking people to... You know that most YouTubers charge like $30 for their Discord? We charge $5. Their bare minimum for most Discords with like YouTubers that have 1 million subscribers or 500,000 subscribers is $30 to $15 access a month to a Discord. We charge $5. And that $5 is what we deemed affordable and all this other stuff, and people still give us grief over it. It's insane. But thank you for letting me like just kind of, you know, air my my concerns and stuff. You didn't rile me up. I've been riled up. I have to let go of this energy eventually or it's going to consume me. I keep a lot of stuff bottled up every day. I almost got disqualified. I'm still here. I mean, as long as I can stay in with the top, like, 4 of you guys, I guess I'm getting pretty decent at this. But then again, the really good players aren't even on right now. Like, the insane players. Whoops. I don't think I'm going to make it this time. At least I'm with this cow person. Me and this cow person are going to get disqualified. Makes me feel better. Yeah. Somebody asking a Switch 2 question. Because of the price, is the Switch 2 worth it? Yes. Even though the Switch 2 doesn't have... I know people say it has a lot of games. That's not true. The Switch 2 only really has right now Mario Kart. It will have Donkey Kong in July, but majority of the games that are out for Switch 2, you can get on other consoles. They're 2 to 3 year old games. Nintendo has games that are up to 7 years old that are on this console. But I will tell you the benefits of having a Switch 2. Majority of your Switch 1 games that you've played before that had performance issues, or rather what we used to say, Switch content creators used to say, not optimized well. Based on the Switch's hardware, the Switch 2, it improves the playability of hundreds of games that were on Switch 1. Case in point, Arkham Knight is unplayable on Switch 1. It is completely playable on Switch 2. There's still some, you know, game-breaking glitches, like regarding the Riddler mission will still brick your system, and you'll have to reload your save file to an earlier thing. You also have, what else? If you really push the hardware, or push the game, because it hasn't had a proper patch yet, you have to understand that, is Arkham Knight has not had a proper patch. The game, the system itself is able to make Arkham Knight not only playable, but you can use the Batmobile with no skipping anymore. There's no skipping. There's no sputtering with Cape Glide. There's no slowdown in combat. You can play all the DLC without any problems, although if you go in a first-person view, you can crash the game. So bear in mind with that. Doom Eternal runs much faster than it did on Switch 1. I tested that out myself. Pokemon, most of the Pokemon games look fantastic now. The ones that had like very low resolution are much better looking. So that's a thing. Alright, let's put the room info. So, I mean, just... Here's another benefit. The system itself runs so much faster that, if you were scrolling through your games would take forever to load. I have 500 games on the system. Look at how quickly they all load. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how fast this is. This would take, like, it felt like a week for the Switch to actually be able to load these. Look at this. Look at how quick this is. Look at this. Download times are up by 15%. So a game that took an hour and a half to download on Switch 1, you can download in 25 minutes. I re-downloaded Arkham Knight on this system. Guess how long it took? Arkham Knight took me on the original Switch 3 hours to download. Do you know how long it took me on the Switch 2? 25 minutes. So the load times are faster, the download times are faster, online works better. Games have performance improvements. Hundreds of games have performance improvements. The system is very comfortable to use portably. I got to use it portably. The built-in LAN cable works really well. Before we had to use a USB to LAN for, stuff with the Switch 1. It's very easy to connect controllers to it. Even Switch 1 controllers are connected in seconds. Just think about how much of a pain it was to get Wii controllers connected to the Wii U. It was a nightmare. So, I mean, the Switch 2 is worth it. Especially if you love playing Switch games. Like, I would 100% recommend taking the upgrade because all your Switch games that you used to play all have performance improvements in terms of, how fast they load and how they play. They don't have a 4K option, but Nintendo's working on that. There are more 4K options for... Out of the 125 first-party games that released for the Switch, about 20 of them have 4K options so far. And they're working on adding more as it goes on. So, I mean, that's a benefit right there. Fortnite plays a lot better on the Switch too. So if you're a Switch owner and you were looking for that kind of stuff, I would recommend trading in your OLED and, putting it toward the Switch 2. Because I think you can cloud service your data through your account or something, so you can actually trade in a system and put it towards something. But don't quote me on that. Amber and I got the system first, and then we did the transfer. We might still trade in one of our Switches. I don't know. The GameCube controller only works on the Nintendo Classic section. So if you have GameCube, you can only use it here. You can't use it for anything else. I'm actually currently using the Switch Pro controller, the original, to play Mario Kart with you guys. I'll be using it to play Fast Fusion, too.
Yeah, that's... Hey, Aiden had a thing about also Ruga and Jackson.
Ruga's here?
Hello, Ruga and Jackson.
Hello, Ruga.
And Leroy.
Well, Jackson's a purple member, so he's been paying $5 forever. Or 10 or 15 or something.
Oh, thank you, William. Oh, I was going to answer a question about door dashing. Well, thank you, William. Says, I agree, Luke. I bought Fast Fusion and Metroid Prime Remastered at my games, and I think GameStop, and I am considering buying Zelda Age of Calamity. Awesome, William Rivera. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the help, William. Thank you so much.
You can use the GameCube controller for any game? I didn't know that, Leroy. You'll have to explain that to me.
But William was saying what things he got.
That's awesome, William. Yeah, I'd recommend the Zelda Age of Calamity. They did some fixes with that.
The original Hyrule Warriors is great as well, but William probably already has that.
Wait, did you change your thing? Are you just Amber K-Wing now?
Oh, well, that's my other account.
Oh, okay.
I agree with Luke. I bought Fast Fusion and Metroid Prime Remastered. Wait, those
William
haven't
did.
come out yet, right?
Fast Fusion's right here.
Oh.
It's a $15 game. I'm looking at it later tonight.
And Metroid Prime hasn't come out yet, or it has?
Metroid Prime Remastered? It came out on Switch a long time ago.
Oh.
But I just want to... Here, I'll show you guys something else. I'm going to load the Nintendo eShop while we're... You could not do this on the original Switch. It would jam up. Watch.
Oh, okay. I was just going to answer a question from Aiden.
So look at that. Look at how fast that loads.
Yeah, Ruga said, this is what we came here for, the menu.
Yep.
Aiden says, I asked my mom if she would ever consider me being a DoorDasher, and she was on the fence about it. But I offered to be the one who delivered the food, and she said she's going to get the food, and I'd have to deliver it, says Aiden.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I mean, you could do like a tag team thing. And also, I was going to say, from Tales of a DoorDasher myself, I've learned several things. Number one is, for me, it kept taking me downtown to deliver things. And what I ended up doing is, after a while, number one, if it ever tells you to deliver somewhere and you're in a really kind of like shady neighborhood, you can't find a place to park and everyone looks crazy around there, you can always say, hey, I don't feel safe, and give that delivery to somebody else. I think you can do that once a day or something. But what I do is, don't ever deliver after 8:15 p.m. at night, ever. Like, yeah, your last order at 8:15, you want to go home at that point, because that's when the crazies come out, and you don't want to be out at night after 8:15. I mean, so that's one problem. Every time I have taken an order after 8:15, I have felt like I'm going to die. Every single time. It has been a mistake. So after 8:15 p.m., just go home. Like, even if it's saying, like, you get $3 extra per hour, don't do it. Because, like, you will end up in the shadiest neighborhood. Like, don't. And then, also, like, you know, what I do is I went down to the ritziest place I could find. Like, on the border of a really nice town and this area that has, like, a lot of nice restaurants. Like, I'm talking about, like, P.F. Chang's and, like, really nice restaurants. And if you sit by nicer restaurants, this is what I found. Like, say you're sitting by Burger King or McDonald's or something and you're in a shady area. Yeah, you're going to end up delivering to a shady person. Go to a nicer part of town, sit by the nicer restaurants, and then, you know, and then you'll end up delivering to a nicer part of town. Why do you want to deliver to a nicer part of town? Because then it's just safer. It doesn't have anything to do with, like, oh, I like rich people more. It has to do with, like, the streets are safe, there's no glass there, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not trying to, like, scare you, like, generally, I mean, I haven't died yet, but I'm just saying, like, go whatever the nicest area of your town is, like, go, even if you have to drive 15-20 minutes away from where you are, just kind of go towards a rich area and then deliver, and then hit the button and say deliver. I'm ready to look for deliveries. So, yeah. So
what you guys are seeing is we actually have a game running, Mario Kart, right now, and what you're witnessing is the UI of the eShop is still able to run. It's running a little bit slow. These are recommendations. This is new. This is for you. So you can actually get recommendation for games they want you to play. So here we have, like, they want me to play No More Heroes. They want me to play this. They want me to play Freedom Planet. These are all games I've covered, actually. This is a freaky thing. Puyo Puyo, Galgun. I don't know what this is. They're recommending I play this game. Jedi Knight. So they now have a system that tailor... Whoa. I don't know why they suggested that one. Probably because I did that one dating sim. It's funny. But they actually have a system that... An AI system now that Nintendo's like, okay, these are what we recommend based on your preferences. So you do one dating sim, and now they're sending me bikini people. Okay. But anyway, that's the code if you guys want to play. And if I wasn't running Mario Kart right now, like, the eShop would have ran much faster. Much, much faster. Alright, let's do another knockout. You guys saw me play that dating sim on here. Don't give me that.
No, even if restaurants are far away, even if they're like 20-30 minutes away, DoorDash will pay you for the hour. Make sure you click per hour. Then, say the person gives you a $12 tip, they're not going to give you a $12 tip,
yeah,
sorry.
Right.
Well, maybe once in a blue moon, but, like, say they give you a $3 tip, then you're going to be also paid $11 an hour plus the $3 tip. Mm-hmm. So, say the restaurant is 25 miles away and they give you a $3 tip, you'll not only get the $3 tip, but you'll also get the money per hour for driving that amount of time. Like, they record how long you were driving. They record how long it took you from the point in which you said, I would like to pick this order up. They're like, oh, McDonald's is six minutes away. Okay, would you like to take this order? Yes, I would. Okay, now they start recording you. Now they're recording your time, starting now. Make sure you click, I would like per hour, because there's two different versions. So click per hour, and then you say, I would like to do that. So they will pay you for the 6 minutes it takes you to go pick it up. They will pay you for the 4 minutes you're standing there asking for the order, and the McDonald's employees are like, I don't know, it's coming, I think it's here, I don't know, we're looking for the order. You wait for them, and then you get it, and you're like, thank you. And then you grab the whatever, make sure you have it correct, the right order, and then they'll pay you for the 25 minutes to drive it down there. So even if it's far away, if you do the selecting like per hour, you'll actually get paid for your time driving, believe it or not. It's actually been a lot. It has literally been a godsend to me, because it is the one job that you literally do not have to apply for. As long as you don't have a huge criminal record, you basically can get in.
That one bank job, but yeah, so back to the Switch 2. If people have a Switch 1 and you're looking to upgrade, that's why I would upgrade. There will be more games for the Switch eventually, and if you missed out on some of those games like Hitman and Cyberpunk and, you know, Street Fighter and stuff like that, I would strongly recommend you play those on the Switch 2, because those are great versions of the game. The Street Fighter 6 thing, you know, I was an early adapter of Street Fighter 6 on PS5. I played through the whole game, did all the DLC, blah, 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 blah. You know, you get DLC Season 1 through 2, the whole thing for 50, I think it's like $50, something like that. You know, so it's worth it. And the Hitman thing it's a really good collection. The Yakuza is a good price. But I mean, again, most of these are very old games. So the only quote-unquote really new game right now is Mario Kart. But at the end of the month, there'll be more games. July, there'll be more games. So at launch, you had 23 games at launch for Switch 2. By the end of the month, you're going to have like probably another, I don't know, maybe 10 games. In July, you're going to have about, I think they said like 9 new games for Switch 2 in July. And they're talking about like probably 6 or 7 in August, something like that. So new content will come. But if you only just get Mario Kart at the beginning, that's fine. Because GameCube plays great. All the GameCube games are in high definition. Oh crap, I lost. Oh wait, I survived. Oh. Whoa. Neat. So the GameCube games play great. I'm playing Soul Calibur right now. I'm a little rusty with Soul Calibur. I'm on the second playthrough of Weapon Master mode, which they up the difficulty. They crank it to 11, so the game gets significantly harder, especially for like 2000 standards, like, you know, GameCube standards. It gets pretty rough. And Soul Calibur is a different type of fighting game compared to things like Tekken or Street Fighter and stuff like that. It's very weapon-based as well. It's very strategic. I would say, like, very similar to what was the name of that sword fighting game franchise? I can't remember. Soul Calibur and this other franchise came out around the same time on PlayStation. And it was a slower pace than Tekken. But it's more sword-oriented, so you have to, you know, really have to psych the other player out, especially the computer. And the computer can read your inputs. There's a lot of blocking and parrying and stuff like that, but it's a lot of fun. I crashed out a little bit last night because I hate time challenges, and I hate like low health, especially when you don't have the Great Fairy Sword. Once you get the Great Fairy Sword, you can cheese the game to no end. But until then, Link constantly has weapons that drain his health. So the only weapon I would recommend for you to use in the story is the Magneton Hammer. It's hammer time, because it does an insane amount of damage. But I love my Switch 2. I've been using it. The only things that I would like to see improved for the Switch 2 is the transfer system was very confusing. Like, moving over your stuff from Switch 1 to Switch 2 was super confusing. I had a lot of problems with that. I don't like the memory card situation. The memory card situation is super annoying. Specifically because we bought a terabyte card and we can't return that to Best Buy. So we're out $100. It will not work with our Switch 2. You need a special EX card that is tailor-made for the Switch. So I don't like Nintendo's greedy practices with that. I wish that a regular Switch, a regular mini SD card could work, because there are ones that you could get for a better value that have more terabytes, and they will not work on the Switch 2 right now. Nintendo will probably give a patch around Christmas time or something, but now I'm gone. VG Shine and I both lost. I'm not alone! Battle Arena Toshinden! Yes! Thank you, William. That's it! That's the game. Yes, Battle Arena Toshinden. So they were different types of fighting games. It was more like geared toward weapon stuff. So I see people shaming me for the girl recommendations. If you play one dating sim on your system, even if it's a wholesome game like the one I did, which didn't have any raunchy stuff whatsoever, the AI system is still going to recommend girly games for you to play. So I've only covered one dating sim, two dating sims. I did a Korean dating sim, and I did the other one, like for kicks. Both were wholesome, both were fine. One had murder in it, like a lot of murder. And that was funny. But, you know, the AI system is just going to go based on the games that you have on your system, and they're going to make recommendations. So I can't help that it's showing me pervy things. But yeah, I love how fast this system is. I like how it feels. The controls are very comfortable, even just the regular Joy-Cons. I haven't tried the mouse service, but I have played... Out of the 500 games that I have for Switch 1, I have personally tested 30 games. Out of the 30 games I tested, they all worked and they played great. Arkham City looks amazing and plays even faster. Doom Eternal works much better than it originally did. Kingdom Hearts is still kind of, you know, what it is because it's a cloud service thing. All the beat-em-up games that we ever did, you know, play great. All the RPGs that I've played, I've tested. I played with Suikoden a little bit the other day. So. Murder was funny. Yes, it was funny in that game. The game we did at Valentine's Day, do you remember? It was that Korean like live action acted real people like dating sim thing. Slice of life thing. Our character got murdered by the mob a couple times, and it was funny. Yeah, I don't like the buy the license to play thing either. I liked how Nintendo Switch did stuff. So I don't like the game key thing personally. Oof, I got 11. All right, so we're gonna flash the code again. You guys can, you know, if you want to play, this is open to everybody. So here it is. This is the code again. Jackson is dead in 4th. Jackson did fine. But yeah, I would strongly recommend the Switch 2. I think it's a fantastic system. You hate the virtual carts? I don't understand the whole virtual carts thing, Goki. I don't get it. How do I feel about this game so far, Red Ranger? Nice icon, by the way. I like Mario Kart World, but, like, if I'm being completely honest, to me, it doesn't really feel as beefy as some of the previous Mario Kart games. I mean, we got spoiled with Mario Kart 8. There was 96 courses. There aren't 96 courses in this. They extend the life of the game with free roaming, but from the free roaming that I've done, it's lifeless. There's, like... There's nothing in the free roaming environments. Like, it's like driving through Arkham City. It's just barren. At least Arkham City had thugs running around committing crimes, so it didn't feel completely empty. But it's like you're in a Mario world, and the only thing that you come across is other cars driving on the road. There's nothing happening. Even the Forza games with their open world environments, there was more to it than that. So I don't know. But the game controls great. It's just like, I don't see Mario Kart lasting more than a week or two. Personally, I think everybody's going to play Mario Kart for about 2 weeks, and then they're going to get tired of it. But I think the game is, compared to Mario Kart 8, I would probably give the game like an 8 or a 9. I think Mario Kart 8 is a 10. Mario Kart 8 had great content. It had good DLC. Amazing courses. It had a great online system. The knockout mode in Mario Kart 10 is interesting, you know, but it's basically like a survival thing. Whoops. But you have to remember that I couldn't play online on my Switch because we got DDoS so much that Nintendo said that like our security service was blocking access to online play, so we couldn't play online with people. We could only randomly play online with people. So this is the first time in I think 2.5 years that we've actually been able to play online with our viewers on a Nintendo system. We could only play online with people on PS4, PS5, Steam Deck, and Xbox. Any Nintendo system would block our access to online. So it was kind of annoying. So that's been improved significantly. Whatever Nintendo's new online service is, it works great. Yeah, the original, Miss Deanna is correct. The original Mario Kart, like, people played it for about a month on Wii U, and then they added a couple things of DLC. Like, at the end of the year, they had the Zelda and Animal Crossing thing, or whatever. And then when they re-released the game again on Switch in, what, 2018, I think it was? Then they announced in 2020 that there would be DLC for it, so they extended the life and more players started to go back to the game. Like, so Nintendo created longevity by adding, like, so many booster passes to it that they would periodically release throughout the year. So from, like, I think it was, like, 2020 until 2023, they were consistently adding new content to Mario Kart 8, which extended the lifespan of that game. Because, I mean, what's going to happen is, based on everything that's in Mario Kart World, I don't see players playing this until into July. I think you'll have like the very competitive people that only cover Mario games and only cover Mario Kart on their channel. Like, they'll find a way of milking this game for like 2 months. But most normal people, they'll get all the stars and they'll do a bunch of stuff like over probably the course of 3 weeks, and then they'll be done with the game, and they might go to Fast Fusion, maybe they'll go to Cyberpunk, or they might look at games that they never played before because they didn't have those other systems. You know, so that's a possibility, but for somebody like me who likes to game around, I play Xbox, I play PlayStation, I play Steam. So, like, if there's a game I really want to play, I have options. Most of the options that Nintendo is offering me right now are games that I've already played and covered extensively. So, I'm going to buy Street Fighter when I get paid because, like, I'm a Street Fighter fan. I love having Street Fighter on the go. But I can't afford Street Fighter 6 right now. You know? Even if people fan-funded it, like, if it wasn't through my PayPal or something, I wouldn't have access to it until next month. Like, I'd have to wait until the channel, like, pays me at the end of the month or whatever. So I'm going to wait till I get paid, and then I'm going to get Street Fighter and, like, probably one other game. Finish paying off Donkey Kong, probably. But I will tell you this, I was very surprised how Nintendo Switch 2 was able to improve the quality of life of Arkham Knight, which was unplayable and one of the worst games for Switch 2, or Switch 1. So that to me was surprising that even without a patch, they were able to do that. You know? Even without a patch, they were able to make Arkham Knight playable on Switch 2. Which is, just it shows you how incredible the system is itself. Because there has been no word edgewise from the people who made Arkham Knight, the port for Switch. That was all the system itself correcting the performance problems just based on how the Switch is. Now, it didn't improve the visual quality. The visual quality still looks like trash. But the game plays fine. I would say it plays very similar to a PS4. And this coming from somebody who's played Arkham Knight extensively for, like, the past 10 years, I can tell you this. Like, in terms of frame rate, it was very consistent for the most part. Now, because I was a beta tester, I was able to put the system through its paces, and I caused Arkham Knight to jam up 3 times. If you were on that stream, you saw me, I purposely jammed the system up 3 times from really pushing it. And I did that by using first-person mode, by playing a DLC level where there's constant in-stage interactions from explosions and dropping, like, mallets and penguins with bombs, all kinds of stuff. So I was, like, really purposely pushing it because I wanted to see what can Switch 2 do for Arkham Knight since WB hasn't made an actual patch for the system. And there is no patch for the Switch 2 compatibility. Arkham Knight is still listed as a game that may or may not be compatible with Switch 2. And I'm telling you that it is, but it can still jam up. But I also jammed up the PS4 version of the game consecutively by pushing it and really seeing what it was capable of. Most people are not going to do everything they can to try to, you know, cause their system to crash. So I was messing around with the glide feature on the PS4 and on the Switch, doing things that most people wouldn't do, which is like constantly diving, spinning around in circles, like using rockets on your car to, like, you know, make it go super fast and crash into the wall, all kinds of stuff. What would normally cause a game to kind of like brick. And most of my tests were successful in that the system didn't crash. 3 or 4 tests that I did to really push Arkham Knight, we got a full system crash. I've been talking about the Switch 2. I'll give you a quick little rundown. If you're interested in the system, most of your Switch 1 games have been improved in terms of, like, how they perform. Not visual-wise, but, you know, performance-wise. Arkham Knight has been improved. It's playable. Doom Eternal is playable much better now. The game runs super fast, the way it should, on, like, you know, PS4 and Steam. Some of the racing games that were a little sputtery, like, various, like, I don't even remember the different racing games. There are a couple. There's a handful of racing games. The Need for Speed games and Breakout that came out on the Switch like years ago. They weren't playable very well because there was a lot of frame rate problems. Those drive fine now. So you just have to think that 90% of your Switch games will play better. Only about like 1% will look better because only 25 games have been given a virtual or visual makeover to 4K. Things like Mario Odyssey, the Pokemon games, ARMS for some reason, not Smash Brothers. What else? The Zelda games. Just about all the Zelda games have a 4K option now. 4 Zelda games have a 4K option. 2 are free, 2 you have to pay for. Well, technically 4 are free. If you have the Switch Online service, then both Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are a free upgrade. Link's Awakening HD is a free upgrade without having to pay anything, and Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is a free 4K update as well. I believe some of the Mario Party games, except for Jamboree, are a free update. Some of the Pokemon games. I thought Xenoblade Chronicles X was getting a free update, but I don't know. But I did play Xenoblade Chronicles X recently, because I reinstalled it, because I haven't finished the game yet. And the game was running faster than it did on Switch 1. Which I did notice. I was like, oh wow, that's interesting. And that game ran pretty good on the Switch 1. So it has like a little bit of like improvements. I would like to try to go back and play some of those really garbage games that I did, like the Ninja Turtles mutation thing, and the Avatar game, which were sputtering and like had constant frame drops, to see if those games have improved at all. But I don't know. Switch creators just used to like using the term performance issues or like optimized issues, but it was a Switch issue. Like any games that ran badly on the Switch, it was the Switch's fault. It wasn't a third-party developer's fault. It was the hardware was just too old. Like in reality, Switch 2 should have come out in 2024, Because 2024 had a lot of games that had so much optimized and performance issues. The Arkham Knight collection, or the trilogy, never should have released on Switch. It should have been for Switch 2. Do I know that free roam has missions? Fly home, Leroy. If you want to, sweetheart.
Tip number 1, stay hydrated. Right?
Yep. What are you doing in the kitchen, little one? Awesome. Alright, so we're going to post the little code here. If you guys would like to join, we're getting more people. If you guys have the room key, feel free to invite people. We are allowing people to play. We do ask that you become a subscriber of the channel because we are shadow banned if you found us. It's a secret to everyone that you found us. If you're able to become a member, memberships help the channel out tremendously. It's just $5 a month. You get access to our Discord once a month as a recurring fee, as well as you get Skeletor emotes, our Nintendo friend code, so you can play online games with us. Most YouTubers charge people to play online. We only charge people $5 a month to play online with us. You know, if you have a recurring membership, you get our friend code. If you're an Ultimate, you have our friend code forever, so people like Ruga, Jackson, Leroy, Soulflare, I believe, VG Shine, Later Gator, those people all have like permanent access to our, you know, to play online with us forever, if they want to. If they don't want to, that's fine too. Yep, see, Goki's showing you the Skeletor emote. Hi, Goki. So, how do you like Street Fighter 6 on Switch 2? Did you get a chance to play it? Because I haven't yet. I'm gonna be buying Street Fighter 6 around the 18th or 19th of this month. Because I currently don't have a Capcom contact, so I can't ask them for free copies. Plus, I like buying Street Fighter games anyway. No? Okay, does anybody who have Street Fighter 6 on Switch, how does it perform? On Switch 2, jeez. I'm always going to call it Switch. Yeah, but it's not 80. What do you mean, why would you have to buy it again? I always buy Street Fighter games on Nintendo. I'm a super Street Fighter fan. Oh yeah, Goki doesn't like Street Fighter 6. He likes Street Fighter 5. Max says Street Fighter 6 works fine. Okay. Yeah, the Switch 2 is expensive. If you're able to upgrade, people are just asking us if they wanted to upgrade, like what would they get? I just explained it. You get faster load times for your games. You get like some visual improvements for select games, but every game gets like frame rate improvements. Like the system itself corrects frame rate improvements. Before they were like, "Oh, only these games that you have to pay extra for get improved." No, that's not true. There are literally games that are not listed on Nintendo's website that have been drastically improved in terms of performance. Not visuals, mind you, because that they have to do something for that. The company actually has to do something to update the visuals. The Switch will not optimize Dang it. The Switch 2 will not optimize, like, the visual enhancements of all your games. They need to do something with that, like they did with Mario Odyssey and some other stuff. But the system's hardware itself will correct a lot of the, quote, performance and optimization issues of previous games. To some extent. It won't make it super better. Like, the company still needs to patch a lot of stuff, but... it's not bad that the system itself... Because I was like... Warner Brothers was listed... The only game that would have visual and performance improvements that they list on social media was Hogwarts Legacy. There was no information whatsoever about Arkham anything. So it was just a test to see, hey, is this going to work or not? And, you know, I will never play Arkham Knight again on the Switch 2, though, because there is a sad part of the story. People in the chat told me to try to do the Riddler mission. Do you know what happened? The Riddler mission, like, still messes up. When you complete it, it's still broken. And my save data reset from 119% completed to 93%. So I lost 2 months of work on that save file. So I'm never playing Arkham Knight on the Switch 2 again. There's no reason to. The game looks terrible. It looks like trash in terms of the graphical capabilities. The game plays better, but I lost all my trophies. I lost everything that I did to try to get 3 stars in the DLC races, all the Riddler trophies, everything. All gone. All gone. Because it's still bricked. So, I'm still pretty upset about that, actually. Da, 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 da. Well, of course, yeah. I mean, this is a special online stream where it's dedicated to playing with people in the community and stuff like that. So, you know, there's no pressure. I mean, the friend code is right there if people want... Or not the friend code, jeez. The room ID is right there if people want to play. That's all it is. So, I mean, you know, if people want to play online, and I guarantee you the regular knockout is way more toxic than our community knockout. You know, people here are having a good time. I played Knockout online last night. I got 20th place. Like it was like a war zone. I'm still going to show you guys what regular Knockout looks like. The last part of my stream, once I hit 1,000 views, I'm going to show you guys the actual Knockout online. It is insane. You know, explosions left and right, people doing everything they can to kill each other. We have, like... For the most part, we have some pretty nice motorists here that they could kill you at any moment, but they're really not. You know, they're mostly going after computer players, because it's like half players, half computer here. So, well, I lost again. Ah! No, I don't want to be beat by the computer! I'm 16th! Come on, come on, come on! Woo! I survive again for a brief second. But this is what always happens with Mario Kart Online with our viewers, is I always lose anyway. The people we play with, Jackson, Brady, VG Shine, Soulflare, what's Cosmic, OH, all these people are really good at Mario Kart. You know? I really like that there's 24 racers, though, because the races last a lot longer, it feels like. And, who? Helge? Okay, well, I don't... You handled all the Mario Kart community streams, honey. Yeah, okay. But like I said, as long as these streams continue to get 1,000 views a stream, I mean, I'm open to do, like, Mario Kart online with you guys once a day. But my only prerequisite is we have to get paid for it, so we have to get 1,000 views. As long as that happens, I'm game. It doesn't matter to me. That's my only requirement is 1,000 views. Anything less than that, I don't get paid, so then I get grumpy. Because I my time is worth at least, like, some payment. But any business would be like that, so I mean, I don't even think that's a major thing anyway. Da-da-da-da-da-da. How dare you not stream for free? Well, if YouTube would... I don't know. I really want to go to a streaming service where they pay you how many hours you live stream. I wish that they... I miss Hitbox so much. Hitbox was weird, and I called it Hotbox every once in a while, but... at least they paid me for how long I live streamed. On top of ad revenue, that was perfect. It's like, yeah, I'll dedicate a 2 or 3 hour live stream. Let's go. Get paid by the hour.
Shadow Trooper, no, we're not, I wasn't, like, upset or ignoring you. I was not there,
Amber's cooking.
I was making food.
Amber's cooking. And Amber's eating. Thank you, sweetie. So what kind of salad were you making? Cucumbers, corn, yeah. The turkey's still good, or you got new turkey? Awesome. Right. Maybe a bell pepper? Okay. Wait, you're putting onions in it? Okay. Somebody just jumped on the stove. Also, Zelda's missing. Link didn't jump on the stove? Yeah, but as I was saying before, like, in terms of the system itself, like, I don't really review systems. I don't think I've ever given a system a score. I tend to score the games that are on the system, and Switch 2 has a lot of great games, but majority of them are all ports. Like, the only game that really, like, shows off, like, a lot of the features that the Switch 2 has, like 4K game, like Mario Kart, and, like, you know, being able to play online with the camera and all this other stuff, and how great their rollback, their online is performing. Like, this feels like it's a lot better than Mario Kart 8's online. Like, this is seamless. This is perfect. So, I think that Mario Kart showcases what the Switch 2 is capable of, like, for, you know, playing together or whatever. But most of the games that are out for the system, just like the Wii U, when the Wii U released with 35 launch titles, right? Out of the 35 launch titles, like 17 or 18 were all ports of PS3 and Xbox games that came out 2 years prior. You had Batman Arkham City, which was a port. You had Assassin's Creed 3, which was a port of an older game. You know? And then what was amazing about the Wii U, though, by, I think it was by 2014 or 2013, Nintendo was actually releasing brand new games alongside their competitors. So they were getting, like, Wii U versions of, like, Injustice, Arkham Origins, things like that at the same time that PS3 and Xbox were getting their, you know, Arkham Origins and all that stuff. So the same thing's going to happen with the Switch 2. There's going to be a lot of games that are coming out on their competitors that you'll see show up on Switch 2 at the same time. But if you really look at the Switch 2's library of games, they're old PS4 and Xbox Series S games that came out 2 to 3 years ago. Street Fighter came out 2 years ago. We don't have things like Expedition 33. We don't have, which I think the Switch could handle Oblivion. Like the Oblivion Remastered, the Switch 2 could handle it. Easily. We don't have that. Final Fantasy VII was supposed to come. It hasn't released yet. So, I don't know. Wait, I made the final four? I was just talking. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm sorry. I was, like, rambling about stuff. Yeah, I think it could handle Expedition 33, exactly. But that's what the Wii U did great, though, is the Wii U, like, had games that were 2 years old at launch, and they also had games that were only a month or two old. And then, like, during its lifespan, by 2013, they were getting games that were releasing simultaneously on other consoles. You know? Wii U was a very powerful system, but the problem with the Wii U is it didn't have the fan support. And so the system, just by 2015, they pulled the plug on it, essentially. 2015, they started to promote the Nintendo New 3DS over the Wii U because they knew the Wii U was a lost cause. And Nintendo refused to do the one thing. What was the word I was looking for? Nintendo refused to release their sales numbers for how much the system sold. So for years, people thought that the system was like had 30 or 40 million people. In reality, there was only 18 around the world. So, you know, they just redoubled their efforts on doing all 3DS stuff. You got third? Thank you, Soulflare. Alright, so I guess we'll do Knockout again. If you guys want to play, that is the room information. So 5649T9. There was probably a Wii Fit U, I don't know. Yep. I had a content creator like reply to me, and they're like, you know, you should probably erase your tweets that you wrote. It's like, I'm not gonna erase them. Why would I erase them about what level 5 did? They did do something bad.
Yeah, they purposely did it.
Yeah.
They purposely did it on a Friday.
Yeah, they purposely did it on a Friday, exactly. I think people should see the shady stuff they did. 100%. Yep, I think people need to see that. There's no rage here. I said, today, level 5 has issued a copyright takedown. Threat of our Fantasy Life series. We will no longer be covering level 5 games in the future. Just devastated, but we can't afford a copyright strike. This can happen to any content creator. We have no level 5 contacts. And the other thing I said... Our Fantasy Life finale would be posted at a later date. The video was downloaded and then erased on YouTube. We strongly recommend that streamers and content creators not cover Fantasy Life, though, due to potential strikes that can occur from covering Chapter 4. Or Chapter 7. So, I don't see where any quote-unquote rage is. Yeah, I don't... I'm just saying, like, you know... Alright, so do we have enough people here? Yep, we got some more people. Alright, let's do it. Would the Fantasy Life thing affect anybody on Twitch? Any streaming platform, if you show Chapter 7, you can get a copyright strike or have your video removed. I don't know what Twitch's policies are, but YouTube, like... They were going to issue us a copyright strike. So we had to erase the video. But then I had a level 5 apologetist, like, text me and say, you should probably erase your rage bait. It's like, there is no rage. Rage is like if I'm, like, typing in all caps. It's like, I was just very matter-of-fact about what's going on, showing the receipts of the email that I had, showing who did it. You know, yeah, if you look on our channel, the finale of Fantasy Life is gone. The series is now incomplete thanks to level 5. It is gone. Amber and I downloaded the original, so we have it. So, you know, at a later date, if we want to set it up as a 2.5-hour premiere, we can. But we'll have to wait until somebody gives us heads up that it's okay to show the finale of Chapter 7. It might never be okay to show it. And it's not just the finale, though, because the video itself... I'll just give you guys a little behind the scenes. The video itself said from level 5 that we had to take the whole video down. The whole video they were claiming as taboo. And more than half of the video, you guys, was me, like, doing the chores that's needed to get to the final boss of Chapter 7. So I was crafting things. I was cutting down trees. I was doing all kinds of random stuff that wasn't showing the final boss until the final boss section of the video was at the 2-hour mark. It was a 3-hour stream. So the 2-hour mark was the final boss, and then the end credits was there. And if it was really a problem, and, you know, level 5 wanted to quote-unquote work with us, and they didn't want to give a copyright strike, most companies give a YouTuber the option of known as trimming. You can actually trim something out of something. And we couldn't trim anything out. It didn't give the option. I lost. Oh, well. So, there was no way to trim anything. The only option that we had was not a dispute option. The only option it said was to erase the video immediately. You can't private it. You couldn't do anything. One content creator got a hold of me. They're like, hey, private the video and then just do the post-game and have fun. It's like, no, I'm not supporting practices like that. Why would I... You know, I went through bumping heads with level 5 during the whole Yokai Watch situation 10 years ago. Because they threatened our channel back then. So it was like, you know, we stopped doing the series of Yokai Watch immediately when we got, like, you know, stiff requirements from them. Arc System Works has gotten a little bit lenient over the years to the fact that we can post versus coverage without there being any problems. Like, Amber and I can beat each other up in several, you know, Arc System Work games. But showing, like, single-player story stuff is a big no-no with Arc System Works. Though they won't even give you a warning. They'll just give you a copyright strike. So if you're going to play, like, Arc System Works fighting games like Guilty Gear and Blaze, and I think it was Blaze Blue. I don't remember. You can only do versus matches, play online, things like that. They don't want you to show any story-related stuff. Part of it is because they're embarrassed because a lot of their story is only like still pictures. There's no anime, there's no cutscenes, you know, so they want people to think that their story mode is actually very robust when it isn't. So I think they also give out copyright strikes because they're embarrassed, because they know that their story mode is garbage. Just like, I feel like the reason why a lot of like copyright strikes are going out for Fantasy Life is because the game itself is great, but the last chapter sucks. Like, Chapter 7 is really, really bland. The final boss is really annoying. It's a stupid dragon that, like, takes 1 damage for every hit you do to it. So the boss fight can literally take you hours to beat him. And then the second to last boss only takes, like, 5 minutes to beat. That's it. So, you know, a lot of it stems from, I believe, that level 5 is just being super petty. But, you know, like I said, the reason I'm upset is I had people coming to our channel that was encouraging me to, you know, finish the game, do Chapter 7 and everything. And they didn't tell me about an embargo. Like, Amber and I were completely ignorant, too, that there was an embargo because we bought the game. We had no way of knowing. You know? So there was a lot of failure. Like, Amber and I messed up a little bit, but a lot of the blame comes from YouTube friends that we had that didn't tell us about the embargo, fans that didn't tell us about the embargo. You know, like, literally not Factor 5. Level 5 was actually retweeting our video series. Not once did their community manager reach out to us and be like, thank you so much for the coverage. By the way, you know, watch out for Chapter 7. There was no transparency from anybody. So we just went into it completely blind, and, you know, had we had that, like, little, like, safety net of fans and YouTube friends, like, giving us heads up, there wouldn't have been a problem at all, because, of course, we wouldn't have shown Chapter 7. You know, we've never broken an embargo for anything before, but we're not under an embargo, because we bought the game ourselves. So, that's what happened with that. Oh, I'm not playing level 5 games anymore. I got off level 5 games years ago with they threatened our Yokai Watch series. Like, a representative from Japan was messing with us for Yokai Watch on, I think it was 3DS, I don't remember. We stopped that cold turkey. Because I wasn't putting up with that nonsense. I erased whatever they told me to erase, and I never covered them again. I think we were covering Fantasy Life and Yokai Watch around the same time, and we stopped the Fantasy Life series too, because I wasn't going to reward bad practices. I'm a man of my word. If a company does something dubious, I don't support them. And you can go check my original Fantasy Life series and Yokai Watch. They're both unfinished. That's because Level 5 did shady crap. I like to give companies the benefit of the doubt, like, to some extent, but, you know, if they're, like, going out of their way to do, like, really disturbing stuff or whatever, it's like, nah. I'm not rewarding practices like that, and not only that, but I'm enabling them to do bad things, so I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be associated with them, and I don't want to be in supportive of a practice like that. So, but I've always been like that. You can go back and look at tons of content we've done on the channel. If a company does something shady, we don't support them. Look at Ubisoft. Ubisoft begged us to look at the new Assassin's Creed game. We have a code still for the game that I still haven't ever, like, you know, put in. I have Assassin's Creed Shadow on PS5. I've never used it. They tell me all the time about upcoming stuff. Like, I don't like Ubisoft's practice. I'm a partner with them, and I still refuse to cover some of their games. Just out of... That's my version of protesting. I wasn't okay with the content that they put in Assassin's Creed. I wasn't going to show it on my channel. It was a very anti-Japanese game, you know? I wasn't going to support that. Plus, they were threatening to sue any content creator that, you know, was saying opinions that they didn't disagree with, or that they, you know, you can't support somebody like that. That's fascism. You can't, like, as a game studio, be like, hey, we want you to review our content. By the way, if you say anything bad about us, we're gonna sue you. No, you can't support that. That's a very, like, you know, authoritarian. Yeah, authoritarian practice. It's bad. So, you know, when Ubisoft was trying to get us to cover Assassin's Creed, I saw it as a trap because I'm very honest with people. I tell you straight up. I'm a straight shooter. If there's a problem with something, I tell you right away. Right? So that to me looked like, oh man, if I'm like criticizing their game, I'm screwed. It's like I'm not putting myself or Amber in that position. That's not what our channel is for. So if a company says, hey, we don't like your opinion and we don't want you to cover our game, and if you do, we're going to sue you, it's like, why on God's green earth would I support a company like that? I'm not going to. Yeah, fear will keep the locals in line. You'll cover our game and say what we say or else. No, you won't. Yeah. No. And all the people that say nasty things about me, saying that, you know, I just say things and then I do it anyway. I didn't cover Assassin's Creed. I immediately stopped covering Fantasy Life. Do you see any new Fantasy Life videos? No. There won't be any. Jackson, you're just used to Mario Kart 8. Like, I like having items to be able to attack the person in first. What are you talking about? My main complaint with Mario Kart 8 is it was so broken. Like, if you were even if you were second or third or fourth place in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you barely had any items to be able to fight the people that were ahead of you. I hated that, especially playing 200 cc's or 150 cc's. That was a nightmare. Mario Kart 8 Vanilla on Wii U was better balanced. Like, it was more fun. The items worked better. I hardly ever got a star in Mario Kart 8, like, Deluxe, doing my coverage, like, the past, like, month of playing Mario Kart 8. I did not get really any stars at all, unless I was in, like, 8th place. The item balance was so bad in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart World, at least now, until people complain about it, it feels like the regular Mario Kart games. If somebody's in first place, you're not going to be able to take them out with, like, a green shell or a banana peel, you know? I think maybe 3 shells in second place is a bit overkill. Maybe they should just bring it down to 1, but the people who are coming after you have to be able to attack you. It's your job to defend against it, either jumping out of the way or whatever you're going to do. But you can't prevent yourself from being hit completely in Mario Kart. It's Mario Kart. People are going to be gunning for the person, like the people in the top 4 spots. That's just Mario Kart. But that's why I didn't like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, is the item system was so broken. It wasn't fun. There was nothing you could do. If the computer passed you at 200 cc's, you chased after them in 4th place with 3 banana peels and a coin. What can you do with 3 banana peels and a coin? But, you know, people are going to complain, and then they're gonna basically make this game like Mario Kart 8, which is, for me, it's going to be unplayable. So I need to, you know, clear 150 cc's now and somehow unlock, like, mirror mode, but I don't know if I'm going to unlock mirror mode. Maybe I will, I don't know. All right, let's do more knockout. Yeah. It is 100% true, yeah. Why is it showing a picture of Link for $15? Okay, YouTube's all messed up. But I'm just saying this too, like, the worst thing that a company can do to you if you're a content creator with them is remove you from the program. And I have been removed from, like, content creator programs for saying the truth and standing up for, like, morality. And I would do it again. Like, there were instances where companies were doing really shady stuff on YouTube, and I spoke out against it, even as a content creator in their group, and they did let me go because they didn't appreciate it. I don't owe anything to these companies. Like, if they do, like, immoral things, I'm going to speak out against it. Because it's the right thing to do. And a lot of these people that are, like, attacking me over the Fantasy Life thing, they're all Fantasy Life creators. So they have a stake in this race, you know? They don't want to be taken off Level 5's press list because it's very hard to get on Level 5's good graces. It's very difficult. But at the end of the day, you have to evaluate and look at yourself as a content creator, like, what's the right thing to do? Probably to stand with the person who's being bullied by a corporation. You know, not to stick up for the billion-dollar company or whatever. But people are going to do what they do. You have to understand that YouTube friendship in this world, a lot of it is just to look nice, like, to the public. A lot of YouTube people only work together for collabs so that they can expand their YouTube channels. They're not really... We don't really hang out and go eat to dinner and stuff like that. If you're in a YouTube house, they make it look like you're all really friends, but deep down you don't really like each other anyway. You know? There are some legitimate friendships on YouTube, but there's also friendships that are just, like, manufactured for the camera. Like, people act like they're nice to each other, but they're really not. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people like that. All you have to know about YouTubers is most YouTubers, when it comes to collaborations and, you know, being associated with somebody, it's like, how can this person help improve my image? Like, that's pretty much it. Like, will I get more of that person's subscribers to come to my channel over theirs if I appear like I'm nice and all this other stuff in public, like, with them? Like, it's always, what can I benefit from this? It's not just, hey, let's do a collab, let's hang out. It's like, how much can I get from this person? And that's how it works. Most content creators are like that. The moment they stop hanging out with you is when they know they can't benefit from your friendship anymore. That's you. And then what they do is then they side with people that are causing, like, drama against you so that they can be in with those people. That way they can easily get those people to join their channel because they're hating on that content creator that everybody's hating on. That's just how it works. Da, 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 da. And it's not personal. I mean, it's just business. These people, they live their brands, you know? Wait, what? You have a time machine? Go back further. Go back to 2009. Actually, not 2009. Go back to 2012. Technically, 2013 is when all the drama against us started. It was 2013. The first Arkham incident. No, I lost again! People are just too good! Crap! Well, I lost again. I guess this is the Jackson show. Oh! Too slow. No, I'm gonna eat the salad, Amber, don't you worry. I'm hungry. Yep, the salad should last all week. 6 days. I'm still amazing? Didn't I get disqualified so early? Oh. That's very nice of you, Aiden. I mean, the best way to help the channel is to become a member. You know, just $5 a month. You get access to our Discord, all that fun stuff. Skeletor emotes. If we had actually more of our fans pay for our membership, like, our channel would do much better. Well, actually, no, our channel will do the same views and everything, but financially we'd be in much better shape. The channel would be in much better, like, financial shape than it is. We wouldn't be depressed after every stream, yeah. I still can't believe this. Day 3 of Nintendo Switch's release. Second Mario Kart stream of the night. Almost 3 hours, still under 1,000 views. This is insane. I've been meaning to get to Soul Calibur like an hour ago. And I still can't. You guys are doing really good, though. How do you like playing online in Mario Kart? But just a core example, Jackson and Brady aren't here very much, and they're still members. They have purple status, you know? So they're still supporting the channel even though they can't be here all the time. That support is invaluable. It's incredible, too, because Purple Badge is, like, a big deal. They're probably some of the oldest members on the channel. So even if you can't watch the channel every day, if you guys could just do, like, the first tier of membership a month, the channel would be in so much better shape. You have no idea. It's just a cup of coffee and a donut a month. Super easy. Who hit me from stopping the CPU? I don't know, Soulflare. Somebody did. Yep, Blues Cat still has an orange badge. You're getting close to purple. You'll catch up to the purple guys in a couple years. I don't remember how many years you have to be a member for it to turn purple. I don't remember. It's a lot of years. Ha! Jackson's like a CPU one. Alright, guys, we gotta keep going. If you would like to play, that's the code. Wait, did it change? No. 564929. Purple is 4 years. Thank you, Jackson. If you have no membership badge, you can, like, join the membership if you're able to. If you're able to spare $5 a month, really helps out a lot. That's our lowest tier of membership, is just $5. The cloud guy got tired of saying nice try because I failed so badly. That's why. Thank you, Jackson, for the 5 gifted memberships. Even though the CPU beat you. Wait, why is Skeletor mute? Is there a reason for that?
Yes, a new member. Yes, a new member.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yes, a new member. Yes, a new member.
You made a joke about Spider-Man being afraid of Amber. I mean, she squashes spiders, so I would say, yeah, Spider-Man would fear Amber. He is part spider. Is he not? VG Shine says he's 2 months away from purple. See, I can be nice every once in a while. You are nice, Jackson. You've kept your membership going for 4 years. What are you talking about? You're the very definition of nice, Mr. Baseball Player. Baseball icon guy. Alright, let's do knockout again. Part man, part spider. Luke would be man spider? No, I wouldn't. I don't like spiders. It's our 7th knockout race. 3 hours and 3 minutes. I think I'm going to post that Lego short. I have a Lego trailer, Lego party. Ding. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. Yeah, I don't recommend people be Uber drivers. That's not safe. But if you want to DoorDash and stuff like that, it's a lot safer than Uber. The food can't kill you in the car, yeah. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud? Oops. No! I just want to get last place again. Well, of course. No. Yeah. No, because you'll spend more on gas doing that. It was so weird that our YouTube partner manager was also an Uber driver at the same time, the guy at Maker Studios. He was like, I like doing it because I meet interesting people. It's like, right. Just say that Maker Studios not paying you enough. That's why that dude went to Machinima, is because Maker was not paying him very much. And he did a lot of work, too. He was a very good partner manager. It's just like he didn't understand our brand. Yeah, I still remember that. He was a Uber driver on the side. Like, he was a channel partner manager who had like 30 channels under his shadow or whatever, and he was an Uber driver on the side because he was like, oh, I just like meeting interesting people. It's like, sure, pal. You say so. I live in LA and I'm also an Uber driver. Oh, that's great. He says, yeah, I can pick you and Amber up and drive you places if you want. It's like, no, that's okay. He says, well, the offer's there. It's like, thanks. I will never forget the bicycle driver in New York City. That was the most scariest driving experience of my life. Even scarier than my car accident, because at least that happened in slow motion. And that dude was super calm while I was gripping on for dear life. Weaving in and out of New York City traffic on a bicycle. Yep. And he was like, hey, this is cheaper than a cab. It's like, really? Because it was more than expensive than a cab and you almost killed us. Twice. He said it was cheaper. He just got us there faster because he did a lot of illegal stuff that a car can't do. Barreling down, like, alleyways and stuff like that. Oh, my gosh. It was 4 times as much as a cab in New York City. It was faster, but it was terrifying. I think the only reason we didn't get mugged is because he was going too fast on the bicycle. The guy probably thought, like, if he stepped in front of the bike, he'd get run over. Because that boy was pedaling. And he was carrying that, like, what do you call it? Because we were sitting down, like, on a seat that was being pulled by wheels. And he was able to pull us while going as fast as he was going. I forget what that type of taxi is called. They're in New York City, though. No, I don't think it was called a rucksack. I don't remember the technical term for it. Bicycle cab? I don't know. Ow. Oh, there's Jackson. Of course he's playing as Rosalina. Ha ha ha! Eat blue shell, jerks! I'm not done yet. Alright, I'm right here. Nuts. Not out of this yet. Let's go! Is that the computer in front? Oh. Hi, Jackson. My streams are weird? Yup. No, I mean, Jackson's literally next to me, next to a shy guy that looks like a pirate. There is a shy guy that is cosplaying as a pirate. Yes, there is. I'm right next to him. I can see him. He's real. I just passed him. Oh, wait, no, that's not a shy guy. That's Wario. It's Wario. Wario is dressed as a pirate. No! Oh. Well, I don't know what place I got. 6th, 5th. VG Shine won again? Man, what is up with that? Oh, I got 5th place. Alright. Well, as promised, I'm going to try to do knockout, regular. Thanks for playing, guys. That was fun. So the stream got 1,000 views. That means we will do another one of these. I'm going to go tackle the toxic knockout for one race. Hooray. Online, 1 player. Oh, boy. Sure, we'll be this thing. I don't care. Okay. 5th is what I got. Yep, I saw that. I promised to do one of these, and then I'm getting the Soul Calibur. You're fine. I'll clean it up. No, I'm not mad. I'll clean it up. Here we go. My goal is to try to survive for as long as I can. Rosalina's just better. Well, I'm this duck, so I'm not Rosalina. Prepare to enter World War III. Let's go. Whoa. I got a star. Out of my way, Japanese person. Hello. Whoa. It is so crazy here. I'm trying to push people out of the way. It's not going very well for me. Whoa! It's like New York City traffic. Why did I do that? Back off, creeps. I'm driving here. Well, I made it to the first group. Hooray me. No. Wow, they take all your items now? Oh, no. I'm gonna keep blasting my horn. Yeah! No! Since when do they take all your items if you crash? I don't like that. I can't even reach anybody as a bullet. Out of my way, cow. I don't know, Amber. Oh, that was a car! I'm back, you jerks! Ah! Oh. Oh no. Da 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 da. Well, this is nice. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna blare my horn. Watch that blue shell go! Yeah. Oh my gosh! This is nuts! What is a Sunday? I said the title of the video. This is nuts! Pedal the metal, Commander. Oh no. Blue shell! They took all my shells, man. What is happening? Such a pleasant drive in Moo Moo Farm, surrounded by death and destruction all around you. No. Oh no. The Bull Bill's supposed to be shooting at us, apparently. Why is that person on the grass? Do they know something I don't? Ouch. Well, I tried, people. My race is over. Can't steer! No, I'm gonna lose. Ah! Goodbye, everyone. I tried. I gave it my best. But I couldn't beat the Japanese players! Nope, I'm done. Welp! There you go. At least I tried. Alright, people. Next up is Soul Calibur. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Jackson, for the super chats. Or not super chat. Thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you to William for the super chat. This is where Soul Calibur is. I gotta jump off, get the next stream started, get some dinner in me, clean up the kitchen, all that fun good stuff. Soul Calibur 2 is next. That guy's probably gonna win. I don't know. Later, people.